Hello, ladies, gents, and power-hungry hairstylists. We returned to slay the Spire. I have been playing an obscene amount of hours. Hopefully we'll show this time around. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves with the Watcher. The previous showing was absolutely atrocious. So I'm going to see if this can be a little bit better. I've gotten the ending of every character except the Silent? No. Actually, I don't think the Ironclad. I have beaten the heart with the Ironclad. That's the only one that I haven't done, or I might be wrong about that. Anyway, let's go into the Watcher run. Definitely reached the end. She was the very first one that I reached the actual heart-murdering ending with. And, you know, ever since that last run that you saw, episode 9, this is episode 10, possibly a good 20 hours later of gameplay, and I've been also watching other people, mainly Jorbs is the guy that I've been watching a lot, and I've switched a lot of philosophies going forward. Anyway, let's get started with the run, and I can explain some more as I keep going, because I've been really trying to just get good. That's the entire philosophy that I've had with this game, just get good. Transform a card, enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Choose a rare colorless card to obtain but lose 7 max HP. And the last option that I never actually picked, and maybe it's worth it, but the starting relic seems always so good that it's like, do I really want to risk that? Philosophy number 1 is to always pay pretty close attention to the path that we're going to follow and make choices based on that. Not going to pick the first 3 fights are only 1 HP because there's no... I mean, this one may pan out, but what is in store after that? A campfire, a whole bunch more question marks, a chest. We would have to skip a store in this level, which is not a deal breaker, but it's not also something that's optimal. Alternatively, if we don't go that way, this seems like a more varied path to follow, but I think I want to maximize campfires. Thing is though, what is the other thing? Transform a card. Super shrug worthy. Like, these options are pretty trash, so I'm saying I'm going to just go with the 1 HP thing and do that whole path, and we can just maybe get a free elite fight, so that will be amazing. Anyway, as we go through these absolutely trivial fights, because I have 1 point of health for the enemies, this is probably going to be a good chance to explain how my philosophy has changed. And I guess in the first choice of card we can reflect that. It's gain 7 blocks, scry 3, deal 6 damage at a smite. Put a miracle plus into your hand at the start of your next turn. I've never picked this. This always seems like this is a win more card. So if you get the chance to play this, do you really need it? I don't know. But the very first most important philosophy that has allowed me to win a lot more runs is prioritize block above all else. Only 7 block, this is not amazing, but a third eye, I think I'm down with this. This is good attack though. So I think these are like a 50-50 of good quality attacks. Let's go with the third eye, because if I get a choice of similarly weighted cards inside my head, really no second attack, huh? I guess we'll just have to defend after we murder one of these filthy little creatures. Whoop. And then have to pass a whole turn. I can't believe you have wasted my time so much, you filthy slimes. Let's see what you got. Deceive reality. Gain 4 block, add a safety into your hand, and the safety does gain 12 block on retain. That seems pretty useful. It's basically carve reality, but for block. Crescendo, retain into wrath, foresight at the start of your turn, scry 3. This can also save your butt. I think all of these can be good. I have had a lot of success being able to change stances constantly. I've never actually picked either of these cards. Always will go with Crescendo. Crescendo. Never actually used this one. This seems like it's the most useful. Like, foresight is also really great. I think I'm going to go for that, because having a retained block 12, that sounds like an excellent way of sustaining your ability to always have reliable block. And that's another thing that I have kind of taught myself to prioritize. Sustainability, not sustainability, but what's the word? Consistency. Consistency above all else. Do you always have good chances? Oh, nice. We Get to remove a card from the deck from a very, very small price. Since we are piling up those blocks, we're going to remove a defend instead of a strike, which I normally would remove. Nice, no fights. That means that we do get the elite fight for free. You walk by an eerie statue holding several masks. Something behind you softly whispers, "Stop." You swerve around to face the statue, which is now facing you. On closer inspection, it's not a statue, but a statuesque, gaunt man. Is he even breathing? Face. Let me touch. Maybe trade. Lose 7 HP, gain 75 gold. Nah. Actually, this is not permanent. But then you have 50% good face, 50% bad face. This is a 50-50. I don't know what good face does. I've never actually had it work out. I've had the 50% bad face, which I think takes away the next relic that you get from a chest, I believe. The next one will be empty. Never got the good stuff here. I don't know if I want to risk it. I'm going to do it. Hey, let's see what it does. At the end of your combat, raise your max HP by... Oh, sweet deal. Never knew what that did. For me? For me? Oh, yes, yes. You see one of his arms flicker, and your face is in its hand. Your face has been swapped. Nice face. Nice face. All right, well, not disturbing at all. I have not been sexually molested by a statue before in my life, and I'm kind of fond of the experience. It was pretty fun. Let's add a new card. We have Receive a Vajra, which will give me +1 strength. Pretty damn awesome. Let's see, what do we have? Flurry of Blows. Empty Mind, draw 2 cards, execute stance. Halt. Here's another thing that I have been horribly punished for. Staying on Wrath stance, which makes me take twice the damage. Another thing that I have prioritized is having ways to drop Wrath stance when I need it, otherwise I will just freaking die. Alternatively, you can have halts, and they will be extremely useful to keeping you safe. Since we have already 2 big block cards, Flurry of Blows also always a very good option for just basically free damage if you get to change stances all the time. Since right now all we have is 2 stance changing cards, I would say that Empty Mind is where it's at. We will draw more cards, we will drop stances at far more flexible ways. Let's get some smithing done. What you got? 3 cards, how about you? 7 block, that could probably be the best. Better scry, better block. I think this is always my priority every single time I upgrade this, and I don't know if it's the best choice, but I always make it because 1 energy reduction at the start, it is so damn useful. It is so damn useful. Well, he is not doing anything but buffing himself, so throw all the damage I can possibly throw at him, and then we'll scry so we can maximize damage. So let me get rid of the 2 cards. That scrying, I don't think I've actually explained that. I think I did. Yeah, we did the Watcher in the previous run, so obviously I talked about it. There you go. Get wrecked. Wrath gives me +2 damage. So, thankfully I drew enough strikes to destroy the scumbag. Anyway, Tranquility. We already grabbed Abandon the Stance. We already have a lot of block. Prostrate. This is decent, but 2 Mantra is so low. I don't think I like any of these. Like, we don't really need... I mean, we could use Tranquility to gain extra energy. I think Tranquility will be a decent choice here. And it also has Retain. Like, I really appreciate ways to switch stances on command. And Tranquility is a big part of that. That being said, Prostrate, our deck is so tiny. Prostrate might actually be pretty decent. Let's go with Prostrate. Maybe we can build a whole bunch more Mantra. I don't know if that was the right choice, but I'm going to take it. Another thing that I have changed in the way that I do things, never pick the keys early. Early relics are so much more important than the later ones. Later, you're going to have like 15 relics filling up. 1 more relic, does it really make that much of a difference? No, but the starting relics are extremely important. We can heal, or we can just anger the mushrooms, which I will. Hopefully, these mushrooms will not just absolutely obliterate me. They have 22 and 28 health and 26. All right, we grabbed the prostrate, so we're going to use it. Unfortunately, we did not grab the an enrage and then a way to drop that wrath stance. So I guess we'll just block as much as we need. This will be as much as 11. Can we kill one of them? That is 14, 21, almost there, but not quite. So let's just use that third eye. Where the hell is... What? Oh, we're scrying 3. It's like, I have 6 in here. What the hell's going on? We don't get to see all of them. So I would like the strike, and I would like deceive reality. We will also draw the... We're also going to draw... I can't click it while I'm scrying, huh? We will draw the... What's it called? Tranquility? Let's just discard empty mind. We will not need it, I don't think. And I have 11 block. Do we want to block fully, or... I think we can use Miracle here. Now we'll use Miracle in the next turn. Get 2 smacks over there. Use Miracle in the next turn to probably kill 2. And we'll simply take a whole 1 point of damage. We can deal with that. It's not that big a deal. Alright, so what we want to do here is erupt, do damage, and then go back to normal. The thing is, of course, we did not draw that many strikes. We drew 0 strikes nearly. So is that enough? That's 10 over there. Or we can alternative... No. I was about to say maybe enter Vigilance so we can get the block and then the eruption. But that will be 20 damage coming in. So that will be Vigilance, Eruption. We'll have 2 more energy for a strike and deceive reality. And maybe we'll use the Miracle and we will be able to block those 20. And this guy will be dead. And we will be in Wrath for the next turn. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. No eruption there. Excuse me. Oh, with killing the thing, I became vulnerable, so I did not have that into account, and that makes me extremely sad. Unfortunately, that does mean that I'm going to suffer a whole bunch of damage that I didn't mean to suffer. We will deceive reality, and we'll probably use the Miracle to mitigate as much as possible. That's definitely... something I should have had in mind when these people died. You become vulnerable. It was a good plan, except I did not have that in mind. Well, for some reason, I have been cursed with not ever being able to draw any any strikes whatsoever. Well, it's all right because we're going to empty our mind, and we're going to draw that strike. Look at that, amazing! I guess we can prostrate. Prostrate right now is pretty hot garbage right now. It is, there's no question about that, but maybe we can grab some more mantra. So I think that was the wrong choice. Getting prostrate, especially if it's not upgraded, it is just a weak way to build that mantra and get that triple damage status. When vulnerable, take 25% more attack damage rather than 50%. That is pretty damn awesome. A fear potion never hurt nobody except by filthy enemies. What you got? Well, I think we have seen right now that we are in a situation where we don't have enough attack power. Collect, I have already stated that I don't really like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know in which deck would you really have the luxury of playing this and benefit from it. Between Sash Whip and Flurry of Blows, I think I'm going to go with Sash Whip because applying weak, it's damn useful. We're not changing stances that much just yet, so Flurry of Blows, not that useful, but I think it would have been a fine choice either way. Alright, well, a lot of damage coming in. Maybe we can... This comment was an attack, alright. We can weaken one of them. Let's see, there's 22 coming in. If I weaken this one, it will be 19. So we will have a total of 1 mana, 1 energy to block that much. If I use the Miracle, we will also have a defend. I don't think it's worth it. We should just go for defending as much as possible. So we can just scry, deceive reality, and defend, and there will be a total of 12, 16. Still taking a whole bunch of hits, which I don't appreciate. Maybe use that Miracle to get some damage done. Can I actually kill the slime? There's no way I can kill the slime. But I can weaken, at least I can weaken this one. if we use the miracle, we will have a decent amount of mitigation. Let's do this. Yeah, I should be prioritizing taking 0 damage whatsoever. I think I like all of these, so we're not going to discard any of those, and then I'm going to just block a little bit more. I mean, the difference between these two is suffering 1 more point of damage. Let's just do that. Not happy with mitigation so far. Pretty damn upsetting. But no damage is coming in right now, so there is a whole bunch of damage that's going to be dealt by my anus upon this filth. Maybe I should have done a little bit of math, making sure that I had enough damage to destroy them all. But you know what? Let's just destroy this one. Even though he's wasting a little bit of damage there. I'm okay with it. We have the safety here. It's going to protect us by quite a lot. Between prostrate and safety. Is that going to be enough? No, because we got kind of boned by the fact that we didn't draw anything else. But anyway, and we got reduced block. But we had enough damage to destroy that piece of garbage. Gain free block for each card in your hand. Pretty cool. Choose 1 of 3 attacks of any color to add to your hand. This is an excellent way to start the turn because we have the bag of preparation, so we get a big fat pile of block to start with. That's pretty useful. And Sash Whip, which we already grabbed one. 1 3 attacks any color to add to your hand. I actually like this one. Let's go with the Spirit Shield because we have that massive hand to start with. Question mark or fight? Let's go to the question mark. There's no real incentive to do any either way. Well, at the end of combat, so this will give me +1 extra health if for each combat that I go into. But question marks, they can be so damn valuable, you know. Let's go with fight. Let's go with fight. Only one of them is attacking. Unfortunately, we did not get a frickin' whatchamacallit. Did not get a... Oh, we can also do Empty Mind. Vigilance, Empty Mind. Not gonna have enough damage. If we do the scry first, what can we draw here? Most of it is going to be strikes. I don't think it's worth the risk. Simply do a little bit of defend. Or we can just use this and then with Empty Mind we should draw another attack. There you go. Except, oh yeah, we did. Alright, so I can actually weaken one of these scumbags. Let's do 7 damage. Here. And then a sash on this piece of trash that's actually buffing itself. Might as well do that. Prostrate. There's no reason to use that miracle just yet. Maybe to deceive reality, he would have been pretty okay. Oh jeez, you just... Oh, no, it's just a weakening. It's not, I thought that sometimes it does that graphic and it will stop me from attacking at all. Let's just do that eruption. Murder you. Another murder too. Oh, it wasn't enough damage. I cannot believe it. Destroy it. Just destroy that filthy piece of garbage. I'm happy that we have murdered another filthy caterpillar. So, protect. Flurry of blows. I think we have a decent amount of defense so far. Not terribly impressed with it. I'll admit. I'll say not terribly impressed with it. But we do have that Spirit Shield for when we need it. We have the Deceive Reality. I think we want that Flurry of Blows because we are starting to build something that we can go in and out of stances pretty reasonably. Another thing that I have been doing is learning these fights. It takes some work to learn these fights, and now I know that, you know, don't attack the first one. Don't attack the one that attacks first. You want to kill this guy by turn 2. Probably take a little bit of damage at the first turn. That Flurry of Blows needs to go. Unfortunately, we got 0 draw. But we could do this Spirit Shield. Gain 21 block. Probably just scry, Flurry of Blows, and then just strike. Maybe strike, defend. Spirit Shield is super overkill. For now, we're going to scry. I definitely want that eruption and the strike. Get rid of that defend. Flurry of Blows for you. Question is, do we take 3 damage? I think the thing is, take 3 damage so that you don't take so much in the next. We might even apply vulnerable here. Oh, no, they have an artifact, so that's not going to work out very well. Taking 3 damage is okay, I think. I can take 3 damage, no problem. We will keep that miracle. Maybe next turn it will all be spent like crazy. Let's see. That's Sash Whip, Eruption, Prostrate, and a Strike. I have no draw, but I can definitely use all my mana here, and all my energy. I keep saying mana like it's freaking Hearthstone. Let's erupt. Let's see. Double damage. Oh, it's almost, but not quite enough to kill it. That's annoying as hell. So I guess... Oh, Eruption, though. No, it does 20, but, you know, you need to start on Eruption. I don't have enough to kill everything. So if I go into Eruption, I'll be taking double damage. So that means we would need to build up to 20 block. With this, I don't have enough. But, oh no, the Sash Whip will not weaken nobody because they have freaking artifacts. So I guess I could use the potion, or I could actually use the Blessing of the Forge. And this will do enough damage to everybody. I mean, not to everybody, but enough damage and enough block to solve my problems. Will it? I mean, not really. At least, I mean, jeez. I will need to use both of these, and then we will retain enough. Yeah. Let's do it like that. We're up there. Then the Sash Whip. Oh, that's right, the Flurry of Blows. I totally forgot about it. Let's do that. And the Sash Whip right there. That was 22 for you. I could have killed that one too. It really doesn't matter one way or another. Definitely not Prostrate. And we'll try to block every bit of incoming damage with all of these. Unfortunately, they now get to use that strike. But next turn, we are still in Wrath, and we'll do a whole bunch of damage. Is it enough? We'll probably have to Empty Mind in order to be able to block all the damage. So, 3 energy. Do we want Vigilance or Empty Mind? I think just Strike and Vigilance, right? Let's put enough damage on that one to kill in the next turn. Probably don't care about this Empty Mind. What can we possibly draw? There's nothing really. And even Flurry of Blows is still in the discard pile. So we'll just do Vigilance here. And suffer 2 damage, which is not bad at all. It's an elite fight. You're going to usually take a whole bunch of damage. Just be glad you barely take any. Do as many strikes as possible. There's no reason to play any cards, but I'd still like to play it because it fills me with satisfaction. No damage here, so I guess we're just going to block out of our minds. Gain 12 block, that covers everything. And I'll do Prostrate because of the mantra, but boy is it a big disappointment. And we will take that safety into our hand. This is already like super duper trivial to get this far. You kill the first one and everything becomes so much easier. Choose an attack. Is there an attack already in my deck that I would like to have? Maybe Eruption. That would be really good to have when you start the turns, depending on how well you want it to work out. But we can also pick Tantrum, deal 3 damage 3 times into Wrath. Shuffle it into discard into your draw pile. Starting combat with this, it's about the same as starting the combat with Eruption. This will actually be better because we have a little bit of strength. And the other two, I am not terribly fond of them, so we're going to go with Tantrum, and then the Bottle Flame will be Tantrum right here. Can you still upgrade? I'm pretty sure you can, if it's in the bottle. There you go. Amazing. Another fight. Really does not matter which one you go. We have no AoE, which is very annoying. Let's see. We're starting with Tantrum, which will murder this one. Does a whole bunch of damage out of the pool. A Strike will kill another one of these Scum Lords. Flurry of Blows will also... No, a Flurry of Blows is not enough to kill anything. But I have all these strikes as well. I think we can get a turn 1 murder. Let's do there. It gets killed. Flurry of Blows is 10 damage, not enough to kill, but almost. 2 strikes will kill the little gremlin, so there goes the Flurry of Blows. Here you go. Here you go. And if we use the miracle, turn 1 murder on each and every one of these little creatures that was squirreling around my feet. I think Tranquility is the way to go here, because I am starting to be in a position where I might be stuck in Wrath, and you never want that. Whenever you don't want, you have no way to mitigate that. Another Flurry of Blows would also be helpful. I think we're going to pick that Tranquility. Having a retain card that allows you to switch stances, I think is super duper good. Let's see. We have this guy, which needs you to do a ton of damage in 1 turn so that you can stop his attacks, and then he switches stances. I think we're okay with 57 health. Let's do that. Smith. Can we? Yeah, we can improve the Tantrum, and that means that it does a lot more upfront damage. Is there anything else that I would like to improve? Tranquility to 0 energy will also be very, very helpful. We don't really need to improve that, so just yet. Flurry of Blows is just a little bit more damage, which is helpful, but not amazing. I think Third Eye is one of the bigger, maybe even Prostrate. So it's not absolute trash. But since this, we're going to be starting with it constantly, and it's going to be shuffling back into our deck. Like, we're going to be seeing Tantrum a lot in our hand. Let's improve it. You can make the argument for a lot of different cards to be forged there, but we started there. Since we have a defending fellow, we're going to throw a Tantrum and just lose our shit. Start going wailing on this guy. Absolutely obliterate them. I am wondering, I guess I don't have enough, but we did make him switch stances, which I don't know if it's worth it. Like, maybe I should have left him right at the brink of switching stances, and that way you could have interrupted an attack that you otherwise may have not stopped. So, see our draw pile. Vigilance is right there. We got Tranquility coming up as well, right? No, it's in our hand right now. Yeah. So we are like guaranteed a means to get out of this stance. Not Empty Mind, but that's okay. So I think we're going to stay in Wrath and go on to the next. Maybe I should have used that Fear Potion. That would have been useful, but maybe not. Maybe just save it for the next floor. I don't think it's going to be necessary though. All right. And then again, you know how I really resent when I need to throw a potion away, so might as well get some vulnerable going there and do more damage that way, although probably should have saved it for when I could unload like crazy into the Scumlord. So 18 damage normally is going to be then 9, so 1 Third Eye cast will be plenty to defend if I do Tranquility. The thing is, can I maybe just not do Tranquility and defend from everything else? So that'll be 10, 17. That blocks most of it. Unfortunately, it also means not attacking. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not attacking. Let's make sure that we keep both these two. We can use them both in next turn. And also Eruption. Like, these are all good attacks. Good cheap attacks I want to draw in the next turn. For the time being, we can simply defend. I'll take that 17 and not attack right now. A little unfortunate not being able to use that vulnerable, so definitely should not have used that potion. That was really, really stupid. But, you know, I'm okay with it. Definitely want to end the turn without being in Wrath. I think this will be the turn that will be the turn in which I use the miracle, probably. I want to block the thorns, so I think we're going to miracle. It will be miracle, deceive reality. Yeah, I want deceive reality, Tantrum. Pretty sure this only means the thorns will come back at me once. I hope so. I've never actually tested the multiple attack, because some multiple attacks will trigger thorns more than once. Some others won't. I'm not entirely certain about that one. Anyway, start Deceive Reality and Tantrum. That's 2 energy. I do have vigilance now. We can gain that block. Vigilance, eruption, deceived reality, tantrum. 1, 2, but it's kind of free. Then 1, 2, 3, tranquility. I also did want to throw the sash whip out. Maybe use tranquility right away. But then I don't build block. 1, 2, 3. But I want to start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tranquility. Also wanted to throw Tantrum out. I can't. Like, this is happening for sure. I want to be able to play all the damage I can possibly. I guess no eruption. No erupt. We'll start with Deceive Reality, Tantrum, Eruption, and then Tranquility. There you go. Don't thorn me more than once, please. Yeah, just 1 thorns trigger. That's nice. Then the Sash Whip to get the weakened. And now we'll just send on Tranquility, which will actually will do way more damage than I am ready to accept. So, I mean, both Tranquility and Safety will prevent as much damage. What's in here? Spirit Shield. You know what? Sure. There you go. Tons of damage going out. Works out. Only 6 block, and that's okay because now with this, we're able to block most of it, and I think next turn is actually a kill. I was really overthinking that entire turn because we are almost at the point where we can just murder this piece of garbage. We have Tranquility, we have Vigilance. We can actually... So 8 times 4 is 32. Almost there, and also we have the strike. So yeah, we got plenty. Oh, I am bad at math. Oh, he has vulnerables. Like, did I really go off by that many? I don't think so. Let's add a card. This is always a really good card. So, I mean, not really good, but, you know, gold foiled. Just 1, gain 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 25 gold. I don't think I can afford that kind of cost for Wish. Lesson learned, deal 10 damage if fatal, upgrade a random card in your deck. I really like this one, but it doesn't really improve your deck in the short run. I really like Scrawl. I've used this card so many times to actually be excellent. It just gives you so many options, and we have barely any card draw. So let's go for Scroll. It also combos with the Spirit Shield or whatever it was called. Let's see what we got. Astrolabe, pick up, transform 3 cards that upgrade them, then upgrade them. Coffee Dripper, gain energy, but you can no longer rest. That is the spicy one. And then Busted Ground, gain energy at the start of your turn, but you cannot pick so many cards. What to choose? It's a tough choice. It's between these two. No longer resting. I mean, we didn't rest at any point here. We didn't need it, but we also didn't fight that much. I don't really have any kind of regain health. Like, we will be basically getting rid of all kinds of sustain. We will not be able to sustain. I think we're going to just go with the Busted Crown because we have so much money. So we are able to buy cards that would normally not be able to grab. Thing is, our deck is not really that great. Being able to pick cards is pretty damn important towards building an actual deck. So very difficult to choose here. I could go with just the Coffee Dripper and commit suicide in the next turn. And the next we do have this. The only thing, just it gives you an extra health. That's about it. The Face of the Cleric. I think I'm okay with the Busted Crown, but I could be convinced otherwise. I could have been convinced that that was the absolute worst choice I could have ever made. So, you know, there's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot of uncertainty, a lot of self-doubt whenever I make these choices. It's like, am I really making the right choice for my deck right now? But I will definitely say a lot of improvements too. Anyway, it's already been 35 minutes getting through the first floor. Let's get to the middle of this floor or something like that, and that will be plenty. Let's pick a path. I'm immediately biased towards this one because it gives you more options later on, and it gives you the option to go through that elite, but that's not really a thing. I would like to have as many campfires as possible because I love me those card upgrades. Really don't like this path. This path is just suicidal. Look at all those elites. It's kinda nuts. It's pretty awful. I think this is definitely the right path, or maybe this one with all the question marks, but we do want to fight as much as possible so we can get that extra bits of health. Don't know how much it's going to matter later on, but it's really not a bad idea. I think I'm going to go for here, and then we'll stop at the shop. Maybe we'll pick a fight or not, get through that question mark, and then we'll have options for the elite. This path is a little spicy though because it forces me to fight two elites in close succession, one of which is on fire, and I don't want to get my fingers singed one way or another. Let's just pick this one. Oh jeez. Wrong pipe. Oh, my saliva went into the wrong pipe. All right, I've recovered. I'm good now. This Tantrum alone is able to just obliterate one of these birds, and that's the only one that's doing damage. I would love to be able to keep this in my hand or something. I think we're going to go with that Tantrum. Pow, 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 and he gets wrecked. And he almost dies, but not quite. There's no real reason to do anything other than attack full bore. Unfortunately, not enough to kill it with 18 damage. We seem to always be, man, I want to use this flex potion just to be able to kill that bird. But once one of the birds is dead, let's throw that one right there. Once one of the birds is dead, the rest of the fight is not even close to as challenging. So let's pass that turn. Hopefully I will be vindicated in my assessment. Not very happy with all the damage that's going my way. Let's try to murder one of these birds before I drop dead. 30 damage coming from that guy. What a piece of garbage. This is 5, this is 10, that's 15. I don't have enough to kill anything right now, so maybe focus on not suffering so much damage. Alternatively, could maybe draw Tantrum with Scroll. We can draw Tantrum and Prostrate. That will be an excellent way to do it. So let's use that Miracle right here. We have that extra energy. Fantastic stuff. Let's throw a whole bunch of damage over here. Throw that Eruption. Oh, we can also Scry. So we almost guarantee that we get that Tantrum. And now here comes Scroll. There you go. We'll Prostrate because why the hell not? And there's the Tantrum. We can murder that guy. We have 2 energy. I mean, we can bring him down. There you go. And then 1 strike. We'll get rid of that piece of garbage. We go on to fight the rest of the freaking birds. Get wrecked. You have been sashed. Fire potion for me. Crush joints. It's alright, but not going to be adding that into my deck. Let's go into that shop, see what we can possibly do with all this cash in my inventory. We only have 1 scry, so weave is, while it's not bad, it's not also not amazing. We also have ways to draw quite a few cards with scroll, so it could be possibly a choice there. Whenever you change stances, gain 4 block. I am changing stances quite a bit. What about the relics here? That is like the #1 priority. Number of enemies drop an additional card reward. Dolly's Mirror. Is there something I could really use? Duplication? Yeah, duplicate that Tantrum. Duplicate this Scroll. I really like Scroll, although if it was upgraded, I would be way more fond of duplicating it. Other than that, I'm like, meh. Nothing that I want to jumps out at me that I really want to duplicate. I think we just go with Pen Nib. I am very fond of it. Prayer Wheel gets way worse now that I cannot really choose that many cards. Not that many that I want to buy. A Protect will be nice, especially now we can draw so many cards and we have more energy. A Protect, I think I will be very partial toward it. Maybe that Mental Fortress. We don't change stances that much. Still, it would be nice to have. Let's get that mental fortress. Let's see, Penniv mental fortress. That's about 200 and a bunch. 210. So we still have quite a lot. We can even use Dolly's mirror. Is that enough? Yeah, we definitely have enough to buy all that, and then we can remove a card as well. Get that Penniv, get that mental fortress, and then remove a card. We don't really need so many strikes anymore. What are the defense here? How much defense do I have? We can even remove prostrate. Pretty clearly that mantra gain is just absolute trash. It's really not good at all. Really should not have picked this card. I feel like dropped the ball on that one. Still better than defend though, by just barely a little bit, but definitely better. It really doesn't feel like we have a lot of ways to deal damage. I don't think I should remove a strike. Let's just remove one of these defends. And then maybe just get another tranquility. Maybe get an empty fist. Doesn't feel like I should be spending so much gold getting empty fisted. I don't really like to get fisted for and pay money for it. It's just against my core beliefs. I think this protect though. This protect is where it's at. Let's go in the empty fist. I really don't want to be left stuck on Wrath. Doesn't really matter. These two paths are nearly identical. Let's go here first. Yapping up and up. What looks like a purple fire spirit is dancing around a large bonfire. The spirits toss small bones and fragments into the fire, which brilliantly erupts each time. As you approach, the spirits all turn to you expectantly. Offer, receive a reward based on the offer. Ooh. We can actually throw something into the fire and get something out of it. I don't know what the rewards are. I just went on and on about prostrate not being good. We also have all these strikes. I guess we can just take this chance to remove another strike. Thing is, there is not that many attacks in the deck. We kind of need more attacks for me to feel comfortable throwing that strike away. That being said, here's the strike. There's the strike for you. The spirits are like, go F yourself. That is garbage. How dare you defile our shrine in such a disgusting way. I really could use a melter, which destroys all block and then does damage. That's one of the most OP cards that the Watcher has. Anyway, let's just erupt and do an insane amount of damage with this. And also Sash Whip. And our enemy is just destroyed. Very well balanced. I kind of like our potions right now. This is dice roll. These are all, I know exactly what they're going to do. Well, I mean, Gambler's Brew is also a dice roll. Oh. Gain 5 block. When retain, increase this block by 2. This is a strictly better block. I think it can be used to great effect. And our deck is slightly light on such block cards. Really don't like this guy. Let's see if we can do enough damage to get out of it. Get out of this fight as soon as possible. We're going to throw that Flurry of Blows. We're going to throw that Mental Fortress. Because this, I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough to do any more damage than that. So we're going to do that Tantrum. Here comes the Flurry of Blows. And here comes the Strike. And that's about it. I guess we can simply gain a little bit of Mantra and then that third eye simply to scry. One that Tantrum. Empty Mind just in case. And a Strike. Good stuff. Let's do it. And please don't randomize my deck to absolute inusability. Well, this is pretty bad. At least we can weaken the enemy. We can also flex. Will that be enough? 8 times 4 is 32. Yes, is this a true statement? 8 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 72. 8 times 4 is 67. It's 32. Okay. I think drinking this flex potion is enough to kill Snecko. Kaboomo. Beautiful stuff. Crush joints. Stop trying to make me crush joints. I don't feel confident enough saying we're going to be able to beat this thing. I think I'm going to go this way and be a filthy, pathetic garbage wrecked coward. Smith that. Those cards, let's see, this probably is where it's at. This is just extra damage, this is extra block. What does this do? 0 mana scroll. That is very, very good as well. I think we're going to improve that perseverance. There you go. But again, I could easily be convinced to make any other choices. Let's see what the beautiful elite fight has. This one is one of the most annoying ones because you are constantly forced to block. I have vigilance, which means I can eruption tantrum vigilance and prevent most of the damage coming in. Unfortunately, it also means I can't really switch stances because we drew all this stance switches, but hey, pen nib is enabled. This is going to absolutely destroy half the health. Fantastic stuff. Let's go back to vigilance. And might even, we want to do this third eye to prevent 7 damage. Let's use it. We're unlikely to ever be again in a position where we need to use so much more energy. Mental Fortress is going to be good. I don't know. Let's do this. We'll probably have to defend big time next turn. Just like that. Off we go to the next turn. Everything has been defended. Empty Mind will give us 2 energy. A lot of damage coming in. Tranquility. Probably will have to end up using Perseverance here. Whenever you change stances. So that will definitely happen here. We're going to do Mental Fortress, Empty Mind, Spirit Shield. If we don't draw anything that we want, which will be like Flurry of Blows. That was it. That's about it. Flurry of Blows and Prostrate. That will be the optimal draws here. To be able to do. How much are we going to gain in block though? This is 15 block. Which is not enough, but with Mental Fortress we can probably get it done. Let's do it. Empty Mind gives me a little bit of block. We did get Prostrate. That's nice. Oh, missed out on a bunch of block there because I'm a fool. That's okay. I forgive myself. 20 block, only receiving 1 damage here, and we still get to strike and sash whip, which means that we don't receive any damage at all. So, doing pretty good about that one, even though half of it was by mistake. No eruption, unfortunately. No way to deal super damage with Tantrum. But we do have Empty Fist, so that's going to be super duper helpful. Wait. Make the math first. We might not have enough block. We do have Deceive Reality here. So it's Tantrum, Empty Fist, Deceive Reality, and maybe defend, if not Perseverance. It's only 24 damage. That's not bad at all. Let's do this. Change stances so we get a little bit of block. Flurry of Blows, always forgotten, always really good. I constantly fail to remember that it exists. 24 damage coming. Let's just do that to see reality. It has safety and perseverance. I like to save it only for when I absolutely need it, so let's use this. And now we're good. Fantastic stuff. Blocking every bit of damage coming in. And then the Tantrum plus Sash Whip will be enough to murder. Very good. Very good. Elite fight. Weapon pickup upgrade. 2 random attacks. Sweet deal. Very happy to get that. Wallop Bick immediately. Wallop is one of those cards. If you don't know it because you haven't played this game, and I probably should have read it before picking it immediately, but I was so damn excited. It's one of those cards that are basically 95% of your decks you want to wallop. Deal 12 damage, gain block equal to the unblocked damage. It's super duper good. It enables you to do damage and block at the same time. It's fantastic. Carry on. Oh, 49 minutes. We'll probably have to leave it right here. Let's get some more smithing done. I am at full health. I am feeling like I should have picked the other relic that enabled me to have energy and then not need to rest. Well, we haven't had any damage whatsoever. Here I am upgrading a card. Mental Fortress will be pretty good. There's so many cards that we want to upgrade that I'm like, what to pick? I think a 0 mana scroll can be excellent because they will enable me to, you use scroll when you are either trying to get lethal damage or you're trying to save your bacon in some way. So having it cost 0, I think it matters quite a lot in those situations. So let's do it like that. Carry on. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill into your deck upgraded, we're not really adding that much anymore. This will be an okay situation to go for the Sapphire Key already. Because who knows what kind of other chests we're going to find. There's no more chests to be found. I think this is one of the weaker relics that we can find. Let's just go for that Sapphire Key ahead of time. I wasn't planning to. And this is like the middle of the floor. The middle of the... What are these called? Acts. The middle of the acts. So we're going to leave it right here. We have like half of another act and then another one after that and then the last boss fight. Maybe we'll just take it all the way to the top. Nah, let's just leave it right here. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. I love Slay the Spire. I can't stop. I have tried to stop, but the habit just keeps coming back. I just keep injecting that Slay the Spire into my veins. I cannot have enough of it. Just leave me playing Slay the Spire for 70,000 hours and I will be very, very happy. See you guys in the next one. Until then, make the right choices. Build the right deck.